Hi there, welcome to the Call to Cinema. I am Aaron. This is my movie library, and I'm so tired right now. I had a message pop up there right as I was, like, didn't even get to see your name. 'Cause I am. Let's see if it comes up here for me. Hey, William, welcome. Sorry for that. The actual, like, you're going live message popped up at the exact same time that your hello did. All right, so tonight I am doing my final Twilight Time order, and an extra one. Hey, Danuch, welcome, man. From from an obstructed view. I actually contacted them today because it looks like. Hey there, Dave. One of my one part of my order was unfortunately lost in mail in transit. So all I had to do, I contacted them on Twitter right away. I mean, within 10 minutes, they got back to me and let me know that they were going to go talk to the warehouse and get, and it looks like they're going to get a new copy out to me. So thank you, Unobstructed View. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Hey there, Kobe. And that definitely helped make my day. So, guys, I have an Unobstructed View. I got my final Twilight Time one stuff here. I got one more Twilight Time thing coming from Danuch. Thanks to him, I'm getting one more Twilight Time release. But what do you want to see first? You want to see the Unobstructed View Blu-ray, or do you want to see the Twilight Time stuff? We're going to go through it all. I'm not quite sure if this is going to be a long video tonight because I'm kind of tired, but we'll see. But, so what do you want first? You want Twilight Time movies? Want Twilight? All right, we'll go Twilight Time. Okay, so I have 3 Twilight Time films. That it's my final order from the company. Hey there, Alan. And I'm actually pretty proud of the ones I got. I went through like the site so many different times to choose. So I'll go through them, and I'm going to go through them like thoroughly. I'll let you know what the features are. I'll show you guys the booklets, all that type of stuff. If there's anything on the inside, trust me, there usually is a picture on the inside. So first up is Brandon Lee in Rapid Fire. So this one has Brandon Lee and Powers Booth. God, this is a great cast. Actually, I think Kate Hodge is in this one as well, right? And I think it's Kate Hodge. Nick Mancuso. Maybe it's not Kate Hodge. Yeah, it is Kate Hodge. Nick Mancuso is the bad guy in this one. Really cool movie, directed by Dwight H. Little, who would go on to get behind the camera again and do Halloween Part 4, The Return of Michael Myers, which, hey there, Jason, which is one I consider one of the best Halloween movies of all time. Just a great film. Too bad with the mask, but still, it's a fantastic film. Now, Rapid Fire was a really great action film. I would say this is probably one of the films that helped him get get the role in The Crow, which, you know. Oh, thanks. I really enjoyed talking with Heath. Heath's a great guy. He has a great passion for films. Heath is 100% legit as when it comes to like movie collecting. And if you haven't checked out Certainly Midnight website and the YouTube channel, you really should, because I do, and it's really fun for me. Thanks a lot, Mr. Nichols. Well, I'm doing my where Twilight Time is closing down. Now, some people say, well, Twilight Time is really going to be saved, right, by Screen Archives. Well, we don't really know. We know that Twilight Time, in some way or form, is coming back. But is it going to be like just the stuff previously? Screen Archives going to do their own label? We won't know till July, because that's when the legal kind of tape kind of like goes on that. But either way, even if I do buy stuff from Screen Archives Twilight Time in the future, these are the last actual original Twilight Time releases. As you'll notice, Twilight Time does this here, kind of this limited edition series. I'm kind of wondering if they decide to print more copies of say an out of print title, for instance, if maybe they don't just drop that limited edition series on there, and as maybe the booklets as well, because Julie Kurgo, who wrote the booklets, or at least most of the booklets from Twilight Time, she was married to the guy that passed away. Actually, one of the founders of Twilight Time. So the clear cases are amazing. So I want to open it up. I'm going to take it so this is the disc right here. I gotta say, Twilight Time are really good with the presentation. Hey there, Emily, welcome. I got my final Twilight Time order. This actually is a really cool movie. It's one that I've been wanting for to get for quite a while. And it has the booklet here. And as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the Twilight Time booklets. And I like the fact that they have the same girl writing for them all the time because it gives a uniformity to your booklets in your collection. There's Powers Booth, of course, and of course that's the late, great Brandon Lee. Hey there, Alan. And it's not a big booklet, but it's enough to get across what you need to find out. Now there are features on this release here. We got the audio commentary with composer Christopher Young and film historian Nick Redman. Nick Redman is one that I was talking about that did pass away. You got an epic order coming? Are you going to be filming the epic order? I want to know the epic order. There's a featurette. There's an introducing Brandon Lee featurette as well. Original theatrical trailer. I heard really good stuff about the Jaws 4K, but I don't own it myself actually. And the big thing with Twilight Time that's on all the releases, Nick Redman insisted on this because he's a music guy. There's isolated score on here and music track, and apparently this has a really, really good score, Christopher Young score that you're going to be able to enjoy if you like music. And Twilight Time is incredible when it comes to those. So we go from that until I get back to Canada. Maybe resurrect the unboxing. That'd be awesome. Let me know, dude. I want to know. So you know me, I like my horror, I like my giallo, I like my crazy stuff. And Twilight Time, there was a time when they did horror and they did kind of the crazy stuff, and there's a few left to pick up during the sale. And I grabbed this one right here. And I think this is called The Doll of Satan, La Bambola di Satana. I don't have Absolute Spaghetti. I really need to get Absolute Spaghetti. So this is kind of a giallo, but it's a gothic giallo. So it's kind of in that, kind of got that mix. You like it, Emily? And I love the mask thing on the back. At first I thought, I was like, is there a werewolf in this film? But you just look here. Does that almost look like a werewolf with that mask? See, Twilight Time did not do a tremendous amount of horror, especially foreign horror. So there was, when I saw this, I had to have it. I'm sure another company eventually will put this one out down the road, but I wanted to have the Twilight Time edition because I wanted the booklet as well. We got isolated music and effects track on here. There's an audio commentary with film historians Dave Del Val and Derek Bathello. And I love the fact what somebody says on here. Didn't they do The Velvet Vampire? No, I think The Velvet Vampire was put out by Scream Factory actually, but it was limited. It was limited to their website only. Like initially, I think they put out a 4-pack, a DVD 4-pack of the. Or you're talking about the director. If you're talking about the company, it was Scream Factory. Because I got the Beneath the Waters type one. I love here, Cage Brown and Giallo Fever says this, and I love this. Just about every gothic horror and giallo motif the filmmakers could think of in a plot that's half Agatha Christie and half Scooby-Doo. How can you not love that? So it has a fantastic looking booklet. I just love the way this looks. You can see the inside from here. And I still say that mask looks like Michael Landon's I Was a Teenage Werewolf. It really does. And that, at least that way it does. For some reason, I got to close this up again and open it up because all your messages stopped showing for me. So let me just open it up again and before I show you the last of the Twilight Time, get onto the unobstructed view that I got as well. They were popular. Isolated scores were popular with Criterion and well, in the Laserdisc days. But I love the fact that they kept it going with Twilight Time. The Twilight Time were able to keep going. Oh my God, I am so peeved at this machine. Let's try and just get your messages again back, guys. Oh, there we go. You'll get there with your movie collection, I'm sure. And last but not least for the Twilight Time releases, except for the one I got coming, is Short Night of Glass Dolls. This is an excellent film. It's by Otto Leto, right? Yeah, Otto Leto. I really like this one. It is a very unique, different Giallo. I love the cover, by the way. I love the cover on this. And there are features on this one as well. Again, we get the isolated music track, which you know you're going to have. There's an audio commentary with film historians David Del Valle and Matteo Molinari. Original English and Italian theatrical trailer. As you can see, the lovely Barbara Bach is on the back there. It's cool. I mean, even better. Okay, you can see like this, which will make more sense once you see the movie. Hey, Ringo's like, I love the artwork on these booklets. Just look at that. That is incredible artwork on this booklet. Yep, this is why I love me, Barbara Bach. That's the one we're talking about. I gotta be honest, I'm not always a fan of Criterion's artwork, like the newer Criterion artwork I am. But the earlier stuff, not so much. But now they have gotten a lot better. What other companies still making booklets now? Well, I mean, like we still get booklets from. There's occasional Vinegar Syndrome booklet. Of course, BFI, Eureka, companies like that. They make huge booklets. Yeah, like a lot of the UK companies will do booklets, and like Criterion does like. They used to do bigger ones, but now they do these photos sometimes. So these are my final three order from Twilight Time. I have one more Twilight Time release coming. Good friend of mine, Ryan, by the way, let me know that his Vinegar Syndrome order came in. And he got me something from the Vinegar Syndrome order. So I have a Vinegar Syndrome title coming that I don't know what it is. So you guys will see me unbox it here in front of you guys. And I got another title. Don't worry, I'm not finished yet, Emily. So this is one of the ones that I ordered from Unobstructed Review because I want to do a video retrospective on this particular actor, and this was one I needed for my collection. And it's a Mondo Macabre release, and it is The Beast and the Magic Sword. I actually absolutely love this cover. Just look at this cover. It's like the perfect Nash cover. You got a werewolf, you got a girl with her clothes coming off. And this is the ones that he did over in Japan. So super cool stuff. You can see I'll make sure there's no nudity on that. Okay, we're good. You can see the wear off on the back. Just look at that. That is amazing artwork, man. So feature-wise, you get a 4K transfer from the film's original negative. Small, the Wolf, an interview with Paul Naschy. Introduction by Paul Naschy. Of course, the late Paul Naschy. Audio commentary by Naschy Cast. And I do like Naschy Cast. It was a good podcast, actually. Rod Barnett and Troy Guan. I hope I got your name right there, Troy. Interview with author Gavin Badley. And Mondo Macabre previews, which are worth their weight in gold. Hey, there's Cinema Dave. Welcome, man. I got my last Twilight Time order. Did you order during the last, the whole, the final Twilight Time sale? It started at around 12 or 14 pages, and now the last time I checked was on 5 or 6. So not a lot of Twilight Time stuff left. Oh, this one is Japanese, actually. He did this with a, God, what's it? Was it the Shaw Brothers or some company like that? There's even a Japanese star in this. Oh, shot in the studios of Toshiro Mifune. So there you go. That's about as big as Japanese name as you can get. And co-starring Japanese stage and screen veteran Shigeru Amachi, whose name I'm pretty sure I just butchered. Hey there, Bill. And this is, for those who were thinking about, who don't have it yet, that are thinking about getting it because it has such a sexy cover, and it is one upon Ashley's better films. Thanks. I really enjoyed that, and I hope me and Heath hope to do something else again in the future. We just got to get a good topic. This is region ABC, so no matter where you live, you can get yourself some goodness with the Beast and the Magic Sword. Now, I got mine from Unobstructed View, which, if you're in Canada, is a great place to get it. If you live in the US, for instance, maybe you can order directly from Mana Macabre or Diabolic DVD, which are tend to be like the big places to order from. I do whenever I can. I try to order directly from the company themselves, whether it be Vinegar Syndrome or Severin Films, just because hey there, Hadge. Because I just love to support the companies at the base level. And for those that just came in, the Twilight Time releases, my final Twilight Time order. 3 titles were Short Night of Glass Dolls, The Doll of Satan, and definitely not last but not least, Rapid Fire with the late Brandon Lee. An excellent action film. If you have not checked it out, I do recommend that you check it out. An Unobstructed View definitely did me good by getting me a really cool copy of The Beast and the Magic Sword with some great artwork. Super excited for absolutely every one of these films. There isn't one of these films that I'm not excited to watch. Sometimes I'll get like some releases. Twilight Time is supposedly bought. Well, not all the information is out yet, Alan, but it's been bought by Screen Archives. Hey there, Aiden. 24-hour marathon series. If I do a 24-hour marathon series, that's going to be like a super chat thing. And lots of tea and probably coffee will be involved. And maybe some energy drinks. But that's a good idea. That's something to do down the road. Not on a weekend that I got to work. Not on a weekend I got to work. When I got a few days off in a row, that's when time to do something like that. But that is a really good idea. I did not. I did not get my Vinegar Syndrome shipping notification yet. Actually, a friend of mine that got me a Vinegar Syndrome title, an awesome guy by the way, got his, and actually I will probably get. I can't promise anything, William. I'll probably get the one I got from him before I get my own Vinegar Syndrome package. But that's okay. It takes a while. I'm jealous, Emily. I'm jealous. But once I get it, it's definitely worth it. I really like the Vinegar Syndrome releases. And with these here, I got to say, not every title I got in my hand right now is a title I'm excited to watch. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I can watch these titles and I'll watch this title like in a day or two type thing. I literally do not know what to put on first. I was expecting to, I thought about like there's a YouTuber that I recommend, and that's a lot like me actually, called Michael Keane, who likes Vinegar Syndrome, kind of like I like Vinegar Syndrome, except his production value stuff really good. So what I've noticed that he's done is he gets his movies and he watches them, and then he unboxes and does reviews of the movies after that, which is a neat idea. I may lift that idea for some videos, but if I do, here I am telling you right now exactly where I got it from. Because that's the kind of guy I will always be honest with you. Do I have any rare ones? I really don't know. I mean, I think I do, but honestly, most of the time I find out something's rare from one of you guys, because I don't keep up with okay, is this rare? Is this going out of print? If I find out, but perchance, fantastic. But usually it's because I just like a movie and I pick it up, and then for some reason it goes out of print, like Disconnected from Vinegar Syndrome. One of those, I just really wanted that movie. The same day that I ordered it, like an hour later, an hour later, the came up and said, "Oh, by the way, this doesn't come back." The Vinegar Syndrome site is still on hiatus for the sale. I was actually asked about that today from a couple people, and that's like that's a big deal right now. Update on the rad situation. So, for those that came in for Vinegar Syndrome during the new title, during rad, for instance, there's like a kind of cool Facebook site for the film. I did not know it had so many like fans. This movie has an amazing amount of fans, and they made like a Facebook site about it. And I'm guessing these guys are like, big BMX fans and stuff like that, which is kind of cool because I was back in the day. So you think I would have been on this Facebook page already? But there's this one guy and I find this hilarious, and he was like, it's like, yeah, it's a scam. Like we're not going to get our movies. It's totally a scam. And now there's like I mentioned a couple days ago, a bunch of people on that site that got their rad title, which has a poster, by the way. I did not know it had a poster. It's a double-sided poster. So that's pretty. Wait for it. Rad. So we are showing their 4K, with the Blu-rays, and he's like going, and he's still going like, I still think it's a bit of a rip-off. Oh yeah, see, neither did I, Indy. Like until I went to their website and I saw them, showing their pictures of rad and like with the lenticular cover on both sides, double lenticular cover, and and you open it up and it's got like the 4K and the Blu-ray, and right there's a big poster just like the ones in the VSAs. So if you're a big fan of rad, it's a double-sided poster. On one side is the poster rad, we know the one that you're familiar with, and on the other side it's the track from the movie. What's it, the Hell Track, I think it's called. There's a map of the Hell Track on the other side, which is kind of neat. That's kind of cool, I got to say. I can't wait to unbox mine. You guys know I'm going to be like totally fan buying over the entire thing when I'm unboxing it. Though Indy, it's coming in November. There are two coming at the same time, two 4K releases. November is going to be the biggest month for 4K for Vinegar Syndrome this year, and I still got to get Taming the T-Rex 4K as well down the road. That's a blast of a film. For those who have the Shudder channel, there is a new documentary that I haven't watched yet, but that came out called Scream Queen, the story behind Mark Patton and Nightmare on Elm Street 2, which I gotta check out. Yeah, there's a 3D one coming, and I'm still thinking of Silent Madness. I'm still going with Silent Madness, unless they put out a kind of a clue that like leans towards something else. I'm going to say it's Silent Madness for now. But either way, I'm sure it's going to be something fun and cool. And they did say it was horror related, so we know that. Because some people said like we're guessing things that weren't horror related. 3D Blu-rays. Hey River, welcome. Thanks a lot. Tammy and the T-Rex, it's just one of those fun films. And look at the cast you got. You've got like Denise Richards, you got Paul Walker, very early roles, probably some of the first roles that they ever did. God, what's his name again? The guy that did Weekend at Bernie's. He's in it as well. He's fantastic in it. That's what I'm doing after the stream, by the way. Just so you know, Andy, I'm watching Scream Queen as well. A classic erotic comedy. That will be interesting. I mean, it all depends, Jason, really, because when you're doing a 4K release, you got to make sure that the elements are there, and that the fan want is there for something like that. Yeah, everybody, welcome River to the cult of cinema, because once you come in once, or you've seen some videos before, you're an official cult member. So everybody say welcome to River. Now, because it takes so much for to do like a 4K release, it would have to be like a really big title. If say if it was going to be an erotica title, because we know they do erotica titles, for them to actually spend that much money, because obviously, as you've seen, the 4K releases are more pricey than a regular release. So I would like to see something, but it would have to be something monumental. in order to do something like that. I don't know if New Wave, though that's a pretty big title. I think they would have to have something like, I don't know, maybe like a Deep Throat or something like that, or that would kind of fit into that category. It would have to be something monumental. David Dallas would be an excellent choice, actually, because it is one of those that people watch back today in the theater, and just it was just as a regular film, but it just happened to have scenes like that in it. But it's going to be interesting to see what Vinegar Syndrome is going to be doing for the rest of this year. There's so many, we know so much. Terry Kaiser, thank you, Danuch. That's what I'm talking about. He was I love Terry Kaiser. Now, obviously, he's been in a ton of stuff. As a kid, though, I was a big fan of of a show called Three's Company, which I'm sure you know. And Terry Kaiser did a role or two, actually. I think he made it in two roles on Three's Company. And I really enjoy his roles on that. Friday 7, yeah, because he played the most despicable character in any Friday 13th film ever. Hands down, he is the most hateable character. Like, you can have all the mean girls and stuff from Friday 13th, but nobody is as mad as mean as Dr. Cruz in in that in the whole Friday 13th franchise. Like, you got the guy, the dickish guy, in the new film. Still, Dr. Cruz beats them all because he's like he's evil and he's manipulative and he's just one of those characters that you love to hate. I really wish you would do it in a better death for him because he's so cool. It's gonna be a Crypticon. Ooh, I'm a huge fan of Terry Kaiser. I got to see the original Weekend at Bernie's and in theater when I was in college, actually. I have a feeling, Emily, that might happen to me. Though mine got sent out later, so more than likely, I'm hoping that my replacement disc is already in it. According to Canada Post, hey there, Action Jackman. Welcome, man. If I never said it before, thank you so much for that tweet, by the way. Although, unfortunately, Vinegar Syndrome did not like and acknowledge your tweet. I do, and thank you so much because it meant a lot to me. Am I a fan of John Carpenter's Vampires? Actually, I am. I really do like that film. There's not a lot of John Carpenter films I don't like, to be honest with you. I'm trying to think of one. I mean, even Memoirs of an Invisible Man, which is definitely not his best. I actually like it. I think I pretty much like almost everything. Can anybody think of a bad John Carpenter film? Like an actual bad one? Even Ghosts of Mars, which I was not a fan of initially, has its points. I can watch it. When you get a good director like a John Carpenter or Wes Craven or somebody like that, honestly, they rarely make up. No, Escape from LA is fun. Come on, is it a good film? No, but come on, dude. You can watch it, and you probably watch it more than once. Have you watched more than once? Because if you watch it more than once, that's not a horrible film. A horrible film is, in my opinion anyway, something that you can't watch not because it's bad, not because the acting's not good, not because the writing's not good, or maybe it's got some dodgy special effects. If you're bored, if it bores you. Now, no, you can't Escape from New York. I know you got to compare it to, but still, you can't really, because Escape from New York is just this magic beast of a film made in the perfect time. Way more relevant than we really ever thought it was going to be. So I hope everybody's staying safe and is like healthy and out there. It's a fun one to do. I mean, I'll be out, like, when you go into it, and like me initially when I went in to see Escape from LA, let's be honest, I definitely hyped it up because Escape from New York is such a great film. You got this magic mix of like writing and characters and like acting, just incredible. And then you're like, man, and it's John Carpenter, he's doing it again, and Kurt Russell's coming back. And then you go watch the film, there's like these iffy special effects, and it doesn't quite capture all the magic of the original, but it still has enough there from having like Pam Grier to the surfing scene that you know you gotta just at least give it some enjoyment. Check out the Scream Factory. I gotta get Scream Factory released because I do like those films. Escape from Earth. Never too late. I mean, you might have to recast. Kurt Russell's getting up there, unless you want to go with like an older kind of a grizzled Kurt Russell and kind of have like do like a Stephen Lang type of thing. It's definitely camp fun, and it's one of those movies I think that over the years is going to get that more of like a camp appeal. And I can think of like another film that kind of fits in that category, which I love actually. Well, Rocky Horror Picture Show came out, and then they made not a sequel, not a prequel, but an equal. That's how they promoted it, called Shock Treatment. Now, Rocky Horror Picture Show had been so famous and so popular, and had such a great score and actors, and had just so much going for it. That when Shock Treatment came out, and it wasn't the same, they recasted the main leads. You know, Frankenfurter was no more in the film. Shock Treatment was doomed to failure. But over the years, Shock Treatment's got like it started to gain this massive cult following, and I'm very happy about that actually. Same with Grease 2. Grease 2 is another one where it was hampered by being sequel to a much more popular film, even though Grease 2 is a better movie in my opinion. I'm going there. I do say it. Grease 2 is a better movie. Rick Mayall, yeah, Rick Mayall's is in that film, so that's going for it already because I'm a big Rick Mayall fan. If you weren't aware, and I don't have Drop Dead Fred yet, which I really should get. Did Scream Factory stop releasing DVDs? I don't think so. I mean, like, if they did, I'm not aware of it. See, a lot of places, like, and like the DVD is still, you know, there's still like a lot of DVDs coming that are big. What am I trying to say? There's still a lot of DVDs that are selling well. Am I a fan of The Ward? That's Rick Mayall, right? I'm pretty sure I saw The Ward. Trying to find out if I've seen it. Like the dude, like he was not old. He's like 56 when he died. That's like I don't know. I think I've seen The Word, but I don't remember it. Of course, you know, I remember him from things like The Young Ones and stuff like that. But I will check it out. Because I like to rewatch, even if I've seen it and I don't remember it, I like to rewatch stuff. Where is my... I'm trying to find my video here, and I lost it for a second. I think that's the only way that Grease 2 is available on Blu-ray, is through that 3-pack. Am I a fan of Fright Night Part 2? I really like Fright Night Part 2. Were you around? Maybe I'm older, so when Fright Night Part 2 originally came out on in the theater, because there's one little neat thing that was going on at the time. There was like a big promotion with Hostess potato chips, and when you bought potato chips at the time, there's a few movies. There was Fright Night Part 2. There was Vibe. There's a couple other films, and you would get like stickers, like movie stickers, inside of your potato chips, and you didn't know what movie it was going to be. And there was a couple there for Fright Night Part 2. I used to have them too. I wish I still had them. That was like, I used to love when they did like movie tie-ins like that. Great stuff. I remember when they did the Dick Tracy movie tie-ins as well. So I must do 4K players, upscale Blu-rays. Oh, yeah, the same as like you think of, same way Blu-ray player upscales DVDs, much in the same process. DVD, that's the thing. DVD is so accessible. That's the reason. Like people say, why? How come everybody hasn't gone over and got Blu-rays? Blu-rays are superior. Yeah, they are. But for a lot of people, DVD is just more accessible. The status of the L. Adamson box set, well, it's had a nice trip. It is in Canada, and according to Canada Post, on the 9th, so Tuesday, I should be here, hopefully. Fingers crossed, guys. unboxing my Al Adamson box set, and I did get the Ghastly Horror bundle for you guys. Yeah, I mean, like it's just more accessible for a lot of people, older people that have like DVD players at their cabins, like definitely like or people that are going on trips. A lot of them have like DVD players like in their cars. They got kids and stuff like that. So that's where you find a lot of like DVD, and it is like it's cheap. It's inexpensive to go. You can go to say you only got like 10, 15 bucks on you. You can go to Walmart, pick up a few DVDs. Good price or quality. Yeah, some people actually do. Me, it's features. Features are the big thing for me. Am I a fan of it? Actually, I did like the It miniseries. It's it, and that's no pun intended. It's definitely a creature of its time, and it may not play as well now as it did initially back in the day. You have to remember that when it came out, it was a TV miniseries. What's the T-shirt I'm rocking tonight? Tonight it is Optimus Team Autobots. I've got a couple like different Transformers. I'm a big Transformers fan, so I got a couple Transformers T-shirts there actually. I have upgraded to 4K, Emily. I got a whole like bunch of 4K movies. I got like everything from Halloween and Christine. I told you I like John Carpenter. I got the Purge collection on 4K. I got most of the Chris Nolan films on 4K as well. A lot of superhero stuff because I'm a big superhero geek. Even like the DCEU stuff, which some people don't like, but I do. I got those in 4K as well. And one of my favorite 4Ks is the John Wick ones. The The Blue Underground 4Ks, Emily, are so sexy looking. I desperately want House by the Cemetery and the New York Ripper in 4K. Those are two that I really want. They look so nice, and what's the John Carpenter film that deserves more attention? I hasten to say this because I know I'm going to get jumped on for it, but I do not think The Ward was that bad. A lot of people hated it, but I don't think it was that bad. Big Trouble in Little China is one that for years didn't get any attention, but I think now it does get the attention that it deserves. But if you want me to go with a classic one, then I'll go with Assault on Precinct 13 because I really think that a lot of people still to this day have not seen that one. Prince of Darkness, that should already be a classic in everybody's book. Prince of Darkness was amazing. I saw Prince of Darkness in theater. I was very affected by it. I walked home in the snow through a graveyard after seeing Prince of Darkness. I'm not even joking. That's the thing that happened to me after seeing Prince of Darkness. I was out with my dad, and I was going back to my mom's that night. So I took a shortcut, and there's like a bunch of snow, but there's a graveyard. Hey, Amy, welcome, man. Past the old hospital. So I went through the graveyard, and it was like covered in snow. So you couldn't see the graves or anything on it. And I was going through, and I feel like this hardness, which at the time I just mistook for like, is this a rock? Like, am I standing on a rock? Hey there, John. But no, I was standing on a tombstone, and I booted it through the graveyard. Which I don't know. This just that night, maybe we watched Prince of Darkness. I was super like freaked out, but I used to go through the graveyard all the time. I can see that Inferno being inspiration for Prince of Darkness. I can definitely see that. Pro Life was good. It was really good. Did you like cigarette burns? Because I'm going to say this here, and I didn't get into cigarette burns when I first saw it. Like, I like Pro Life more than cigarette burns. I know that's like most people, that's heresy to most people because cigarette burns is considered one of the great, you know, Masters of Horror episodes. But my favorite Master of Horror episodes were Incident on North Mountain Road. That one stood out. There was a really good one called what was it? Jennifer was really good. That's That scared the crap out of me. Imprint is excellent, both Takeshi Mikai. But what's the one? Oh God, Larry Cohen. Pick Me Up. I love Pick Me Up. Fantastic one. You get Michael Moriarty. It's written and directed by Larry Cohen. I got is it Frieza Balk in that one, or is it another person I'm thinking of playing like the girl? Because Pick Me Up is such a neat little concept in that there's two serial killers going after like the same girl, and just so well done. Oh, there's a reason for it actually. If you look closely onto onto the bottom of the slip cover, one of the slip covers, there there was like a misprint, like that was cut off of one of the covers. So there's a slight misprint on one of the covers. That's why you're getting two covers of Blood Games. So I'll put the good cover like in there, and I'll take the other one and I'll like put it somewhere. Because I'm a huge fan of Blood Games, so I'll definitely like keep that other cover and like kind of highlight it somewhere. Maybe I'll put in like a little display thing. Mother of Tears. I've got conflicting like thoughts with Mother of Tears. It has a shipyard action. I got conflicting thoughts, but because there's some good things in it. I don't know if at the time, like after waiting for so long to do it, because somebody that said it should have been made the 80s. That's correct. If you're going to do it, you got to do it back then when the momentum's going. I don't think there was ever anything that Argento could have done when he put out the film, the third Three Mothers film, that was going to please people. I really don't. Because, look at the hype you built. You got Suspiria, considered one of the classic, one of the great like horror films of all time, like visually stunning, like just a sense, it assaults your senses visually and orally. It's just one of those amazing films. And then you get Inferno, and with Inferno, you get a film that's again, it's just it's an incredible film. Even Inferno, to some people, is considered like it's a step down. It's not as good. I personally really liked Inferno. I like the fact that like Mara Bava got to work on set pieces on that, which was incredible as well. And was that their only collaboration? I think it might have been actually. So and then Mother Tears comes out years later. He no longer has the budget that he normally has for a lot of his films. And a lot of that, I think a lot of Argento's later missteps is due to budgetary reasons. Actually, is that he's always got this grand scale in his head, and back in the day, Argento had the budget and the stroke to get his films made the way that he wanted them made. Unfortunately, nowadays there's less money coming Argento's way, and because of like certain films that didn't do so well, direct to 3D, there's less stroke as well. So that's an unfortunate thing here. Now I got to see. I missed a lot of your messages there, so I'll get them to now. What's the most out of place movie ever made? That's a really good question, Alan. Actually, out of place movie. I really don't know. That's a really good question. There's an argument for Mystery Man being decades too early. I'd agree with that. I'd 100% agree with that. It's insane. Like, go in indie knowing that it's not going to be a good film, and you're going to enjoy it a lot better. It's camp. It's very much in the camp category. Argento is truly in love with the 3D process and doing that. Unfortunately, he didn't have the budget to do it the way that he wanted to do it, and because he is so in love with the 3D process. And I do recommend, if you get the chance to see it in 3D, because he's so in love with the 3D process, the rest of it kind of like falls to the wayside. Because there's some good casting, like Rutger Hauer's in it, and Thomas Kretschmann, of course, who was also in Stendhal Syndrome, is in it as well, and he plays Dracula. But yeah, it's a different film. Jack 3 is hilarious. It's like you only cared about that technical aspect. You got stuck on one minute part of it. It's not a minute part. We wanted to do a 3D film, so it became a big part. That's like, you like Jello? I think my expectations may have been higher in Jello because I really, I don't know. It just it left me a little flat. Now that being said, I only watched it once, and to be honest, I never have a real grasp of a film that I've only seen once. Like sometimes there's certain movies, like when you see them, and they're amazing, incredible films, they hit you at the right time, they resonate with you, and you know like, oh, there's something special about this film, and definitely. But there's other ones that got to kind of grow on you, that kind of see kind of more and more. Like I had heard so much bad stuff at Trauma, for instance, Jared Gentle's Trauma, that I thought for sure I was going to hate Trauma. And I thought Trauma was an incredible film by Argento with a very clever reveal. I loved it, and with a great cast. You got Piper Laurie, you got Brad Dourif, got Isaiah Argento in it as well. Like so much greatness in Trauma, and it's a shame it got so neglected, and people like really didn't give it give the credit it deserved. Sleepless. I like Sleepless too. Sleepless has a bit of like iffy acting, but if let's be honest, a lot of Giallos have some iffy acting in it. But it also has Max von Sydow, which is it was definitely not an iffy actor. And the that's murder sequence on the train on Sleepless, it stands the test of time with a lot of the really great scenes from from Argento stuff. Now I think you went a little bit nuts on some of the stuff near the end. Like with the explanation, it's going to be this, and it's this, and it's actually this. But no, it's a fun film. I still think Tenebrae is his best film. I'll put my stake on Tenebrae being the best film they ever made. What are my thoughts on the Card Player? The Card Player is different. Now, the first time I saw the Card Player, I was very underwhelmed. I thought it's okay, but it really doesn't give me that Argento feel. Like there are certain things I liked, and then there's this wackiness, like the mortician that tap dances and that type of thing. I like the idea of like the technology aspect. I could understand Argento really didn't get the technology aspect of it. That was pretty obvious. But that being said, still it was fun. But I read an interview, and he had been watching a lot of CSI at the time, so he became enamored with the show CSI. And when you're writing or creating something, it's just gonna you're gonna be influenced by the things around you. So the Card Player actually is his take on CSI. It's of a procedural, and when you realize that, and you kind of get that mindset, and you realize, okay, he's kind of doing his CSI, like what he would have done as an episode of CSI type of thing. Then it kind of makes sense. Then you're watching it, and you're like, okay, I kind of get where it's totally going now. It kind of makes more sense to me. So that's why it's always good to look at like features, interviews, like commentaries, that type of thing. It can add so much to a film. That's when you know things like that, you can gain so much more, like so much more love for something. That's like somebody asked me recently, said I'm going to watch some Doctor Who. Should I get I heard it's on like HBO Max. Should I watch it there? And I was like, you can watch it there, but it's an older series. You may not like totally get it there. Get one of the box sets and start watching there, because there's so many behind the scenes featurettes that you're going to get a real feel for the show. And if you go and just watching it dry, I'll be honest with you, Doctor Who, if you haven't watched it before, it could definitely come off as something that's of its time. But when you see like the behind the scenes and the featurettes and the making of and the talking, it tends to get you more excited about watching it, and to like really discovering little nooks and crannies. And me anyway, I'm a big geek for that type of stuff. So that's my thought on that. Oh, what did your message get? Some of the. Do you like Hitchcock? Yeah. But trying to see if I got any more here that I can't wait for my Vinegar Syndrome ship. I'm so excited. Like I hope to God on the 9th. My concerns about the Severin release that's coming out. That's supposed to be coming on the 9th. Do I think I really don't know. I mean, I think John Carpenter could, but I'll be honest with you. I think he's into his music right now, and John Carpenter's a really talented musician. If John Carpenter's also smart, so if he can't produce films and just do scores for the rest of his career, I think he's going to do that. I mean, like, why not? And there's just like, uh, trust me with this one. There's just kind of a something special about live that's extremely entertaining and extremely rewarding. And I think John Carpenter doing his live concerts is kind of where his love's at right now. That and people giving him money for movies that he doesn't have to make. Oh, it's Seven Films, the Lindsay box set, Carol Baker Lindsay box set, is Seven Films, and it's coming at the end of June, actually. Oh God, please don't let me end July. Seven May bundle. Oh, you got the May bundle. Oh, nice. You must have a good job, Emily. Do you have a favorite genre or time period for TV? Well, favorite genre for TV. I'm a big fan of like I like I like detective shows, and I like and when it comes to horror TV, I like anthology series. I'm a big '80s fan. I definitely kind of I grew up in the '80s, and it has a big influence on me, like TV wise. Like yeah, I had stuff like Magnum PI, Miami Vice, Equalizer, just such great shows. Like such great shows. So I can't beat that. Seven have free release over here. But yeah, I definitely won't be doing the Severance sale this time around. I don't think I'll be coming on here helping you guys with it, and I'll be doing some videos for it because my youngest birthday is around that time. So priorities, you know. The one I wanted most of the Severance sale, out of the stuff that's already out, would probably have been like the bundle they had a while back with Night Killer, Robo War, and Beast and Heat. Those three I really want. I just really like those films. And there's a Nazi exploitation documentary on Beast and Heat, so I kind of got to have that. Yeah, Director 3D, if it even made it to many cinemas, I don't think it did very well. It wasn't one of those films that much like I guess Trauma before, it didn't make it over. Definitely didn't make it over here. Big TV the '80s special. So I definitely do TV the '80s. I did not. It's expensive as heck, right, man. I want it so bad, but at this point, I couldn't afford to grab the Dawn of the Dead box set. Just an incredibly well done set. I do want it. I haven't seen much yet. I'll be able to see it over the weekend though because I'm finally off work, and over the last 2 days, I'm like yesterday. This video was supposed to be yesterday that I was going to make it. I literally went upstairs after work yesterday. I said I'm going to have a half-hour nap, and I passed out. I literally passed out. Do I think they should go the anthology route? You mean like John Carpenter originally wanted? Um, no, I think it's past that point. I think it's past the point where they can go with the anthology route. If they were going to do that, they would have had done that years ago. I think they removed Dawn of the Dead because they're unsure. They don't want to oversell it, and they have so many. I guess they have so many that they probably pre-sold, and until they know for sure how many that they're going to be able to get into, like this is just me surmising, like kind of just guessing. I just yeah, I don't think that I don't think they want to oversell it. Have you want to know how much stock they're going to get? Like they may put it up again, like they said, closer to when it's coming out, because then they'll know how much stock that they got in. So that's understandable. What's the one behind me? It's a John Renoir box set, which I found at a gaming store actually. It is like somebody said it was around $170, some of that when through well, through I'm not sure through Diabolique or something here in Canada, but that's insane. What's my favorite David Lynch movie? Blue Velvet. I love Blue Velvet. It's always been a favorite. There would be no Twin Peaks like Blue Velvet. You can bet on that one. Of course, there would be no Twin Peaks at Peyton Place either, but Blue Velvet was more of an inspiration, I think. I'm definitely checking out the video. I want to see that box set that I won't get for months, but months down the road. So, how much is that here? Let's just see. 75 on Amazon. Let's go to Great Britain prices. So, oh bloody hell! So that is 127. Actually, not too bad. Still can't afford it right now. My my bank account is like literally almost in the red right now. I'm not even joking actually, and I got paid today. Uh, but but bills, bills happen. Blue Velvet is one, Dennis Hopper and Kyle MacLachlan. Great film, really great film. And if you've never seen it, check it out. I have certain films that like kind of just stick with me. When I was young, Blue Velvet was one of those movies I used to rent and watch like all the time. There's got to be some type of thing that we can get. See, Amy, I had once hoped this could be my primary source of working, and then I could have got like a part-time job and focused completely on my channel, and that did not. Then reality set in of that not being a possibility. So it's with utter joy and delight that I make my channel. Yes, because I just enjoy this. Revenge. I like the movie Revenge. I watched it on Shudder, and I still don't have a copy of it. Like Second Sight's got the best version. So and for me, I can't not. If I like a movie, like if I really like a movie, I can't not have a like an actual physical release. If it's something I really like, I got to get a physical release. It drives me up the wall that I don't have a physical release for Hush yet, because it came on Netflix. Great film by Mike Flanagan, and I want a really good special edition release of that, and I don't have it, and that bothers me. We need good releases of these films. You saw the picture, did you? I don't think I would again. I mean, when my better half, like, is she really like? That's how she met. That's what it looked like when she met me. I when she met me, I had my head shaved, and I had it like kind of like like really thin down, like kind of a goatee. I was wearing like this hoodie, and on the inside and outside was like this big Honda like motorcycle jacket, and I had this hemp necklace. I literally looked thuggish. So if you're in the UK, for instance, and you can think of like who the Mitchell brothers are. If you know your soap operas and you know the Mitchell brothers are, that's kind of the look that I had back then. And she said no, just you have to look softer. So that's why this came. Well, for my better half, I think it would be smart for Netflix to release some physical releases of some of the films. Like Shudder's doing it, and I get really excited when I see some Shudder releases come into my local Walmart. There's nothing wrong looking thuggish. It's just for my better half did not want me to look thuggish, and I think a lot of it came to like I've been at a store one day, and I was taking off my jacket. It was just my leather jacket, and I was at Walmart, and there was this old guy like standing like beside me, and I was just kind of whipping up my jacket, and he flinched because he thought I was moving to hit him, and I felt so horrible. I mean, obviously I wasn't, but I felt so bad. I don't know if I can ever look younger. I'm about as young as as I can look, unfortunately. Thing I can't shave the beard because if you've ever watched this channel when my beard is shaved, I have no chin. My face just sinks in. I would just I'm like a popsicle stick. It's not a pretty sight. I hate like not having a beard. Um, See, you need good releases. And Hush, I want Hush to get a good like Scream Factory style release. I want that. That's what I want. That's what I want Hush to get. I just finished watching Netflix miniseries Filthy Rich, the Jeffrey Epstein story. Man, that was disturbing. Really good watch. Super disturbing, man. Out of skin, headless. So your head is like just totally shaved? Oh, well, dude, Chris, man, dads come first. I'm not big on a lot of August Underground stuff, actually. Violent 80s anime. Ooh, do you like the Dirty Pair? They're humorous, but there's still violence. I love the Dirty Pair. For those who don't know, the Dirty Pair are Kid and Yuri, and it was incredible anime. When I watched it, there was no English subtitles or dubbing or anything like that. It was just completely in Japanese. Um, and I love. See me, I don't have enough hair to get a buzz cut. Like it would be all gone. Like this, that's literally. Let's just look. I got a wisp of hair there. Can I go back over what I got from Twilight Time? Definitely, Chris. Not a lot of releases, unfortunately, but you know what? It's a really good order. So, the ones I picked up were Rapid Fire with Brandon Lee, Powers Booth, and Nick Mancuso as the villain. I look like Matt Frewer. I get that a lot, actually. You'd be surprised how much I get that. The Doll of Satan. Incredible release, by the way. Otto Lado's Short Night of Glass Dolls, another amazing film, which I recommend you check out if you haven't. It's a great giallo. I think Rapid Fire is still available. If it's not available on their site, check Screen Archive to see if they have copies of it, because it's definitely one worth getting. It's a really good film. And from Mondo Macabra, actually from Unobstructed View, I picked up The Beast and the Magic Sword. And look at that sexy look. What age did I start losing my hair? Hard to tell. There's a reason that's hard to tell. See, I didn't initially start losing my hair. I actually had thick, curly hair at one point. And then I had thick, straight hair, and then I got curly, and then the curl stayed in it. Very much. If you ever watch General Hospital, you know Luke is? Kind of like that, but with more hair. Anyway, so eventually what I decided to do was I was really bored, and I shaved my head. And I kept my head shaved for 8 years. I never even thought about growing my hair back at all. But I did notice that when I was shaving my head around like the fourth or fifth year of like shaving it, uh, that so it wasn't growing back as fast and wasn't growing back as much. Um, so by the time 8 years gone past, and I thought, I don't think it's ever going to grow back now, and it would like grow back like shaded back, like but so I moved to St. John's, and my kids like at that time like even my oldest hadn't really seen me with any hair at all for like 8 years. So I let my hair grow naturally, and what grew back, and so when my because I went out to St. John's before my kids did, and they came afterwards. So when my oldest came to see me, they were like, she was like, "Oh my God, you have hair!" She was shocked. You halfway through the Jeffrey Epstein. It's really good. Uh, Kevin Spacey, Bill Clinton. Now the girl did say Bill Clinton. She said he didn't do anything there. I'm not quite sure but I don't know. But she just said he just went there because Chris Tucker was mentioning it too, right? But like again, Chris Tucker had gone there for like there was like a something being done, right? There's like a because he was doing some philanthropy too, to kind of clean up his image. The Raging Honor movies from I love Cynthia Rothrock. Isn't it cool, Amy, how Richard Norton is like her partner in one movie, and he's like got her back, and he's a cool guy, and in the next movie he's the slimiest piece of scum on earth, and he's trying to rape her and kill her. Like Richard Norton just kind of flows back and forth on the type of characters that he plays in Cynthia Rothrock films, which is hilarious and fun. And he's such a good martial artist. See, that's where my beard comes from, right? The Richard Norton thing, because he did. It was such good. There was a comic book back in the day called the last. What's called the Last String. The Last String's a movie. Uh, what's it called? Richard Dragon. Richard Dragon. It's a martial arts comic book. Back in the day when martial arts comics were like a thing, and I always thought like the Richard Norton would have been the perfect choice for like portraying that character. Now I'm pretty sure the character was portrayed in Arrow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in Arrow because one of the guys from Oz, from series Oz, played him. But I always thought Richard Norton would have been the perfect choice for Richard Dragon, and if they ever did like a big live action film. But I come with well, she did. She had some really great stuff over there, and initially, of course, like she went over there to be like kind of a secondary player, and they just ended up giving her more stuff because she was talented, and she could do it. And I think probably when she went over there initially, they weren't quite aware of how much she could do, you know, or the stuff that she could actually kind of come across. I love Cynthia Rothrock. I would love to see a company like pick up a bunch of her films. Can you imagine if Vinegar put out a Cynthia Rothrock like box set? I can't normally. I mean, it's happened a couple times. If I'm really tired, right, then I'll stop a movie and I'll start over again. Yeah, she was actually there was, and who's going to play Mac Bolan back then? I can't remember who it was at that point, but different people have been like going to play Mac Bolan over the years. The last person that was going to play him was Mark Wahlberg, which is a horrible choice for the character of Mac Bolan, by the way. Just putting that out there. But yeah, there was some really great, great. I really would love to see Mac Bolan done, but it's got to be the right person, and not Mark Wahlberg. No, I don't think there's any cinemas open up here. Like even our local drive-in, which was supposed to open up this weekend, as switched over to next weekend because there's some things that they had to still figure out. I think the washroom was a big issue when it came to to our local drive-in. So it was supposed to open up this week, and it was supposed to have Bad Boys 3 and the latest Jumanji film. I said I wanted to see like more horror there. No, I don't think I have. I mean, I know I want to see it, the one with all the girls in it, right? But I don't think I've seen it yet. That's I'm a big Cynthia Rothrock fan. I'm literally that guy, the one I would look for the movie that she did the nude scene in, because that's me, because I'm sad that way. But but yes, Sonic's actually worth watching. It's a good movie. I don't get people to watch a film that they don't want to watch. They come to my house. Uh, I can be surprisingly convincing when I want to be, especially when it comes to movies. I know it's hard to believe, but yeah, I've convinced people to sit and watch Things and Nail Gun Massacre with me. Um, I was at a convent. I was at one year. I decided that Halloween should be more more fun. So I convinced my local university with a friend of mine to let us have the like one of their lecture rooms, and we showed Rocky Horror Picture Show, and we showed Plan 9 from Outer Space as a double feature. So that's me. That's what I do. Hey there, Dungeon. Some people even came dressed up actually as characters. A lot of people don't like the movies I like, but I try to have fun with it. And you don't have to like them. Here, here's the key for me, and when it comes to something like that, you don't always have to like the movie that you're watching with the other person. You got just make it a good experience. Whether you have some conversation between you riff the film, there's a few good drinks or whatever, some great snacks there, and have a good chat before, chat afterwards. You just relax and you're chilling. That's me. That's me. That's my movie experience. That's my better half. Sometimes I can't shut up when I'm watching movies. That's my problem. It's my big issue. But because I am literally, I'm not lying here, dropping for sleep. Uh, so I'm gonna close calls. I will check that out. Well, I can get Tubi in the U.S. I have my ways. Uh, so uh, I am Aaron. This is my movie library. For those that came on, I think a lot of people are probably watching Joe Bob Briggs right now, which I salute you. I'm probably gonna be watching that probably tomorrow. Uh, you guys are the call to cinema. Regulars, newcomers, whatever, you guys rock. Thanks for coming in. And hit the like button, please. Like, share, subscribe, all that type of stuff. And we'll be unboxing hopefully on Tuesday. I'm just concerned that the posters aren't going to come. And I will be doing another unboxing hopefully on the 11th. So we'll be doing some video, but I'll be doing video probably tomorrow as well. Just haven't decided for sure. I'm on two minds about what's going to be. But I think I'm going to, if I can stay awake, I'm going to watch Scream Queen. The Mark Patton Nightmare on Elm Street documentary on Shudder. And I'll see you soon.